think of when you think of a soldier?
I've seen women who could run circles around some of the other men I served alongside.
You're not held to a higher standard, but you are more visible. You stand out.
I'll be exploring Iranian cinema, where art meets censorship.
You can only infer certain things. Everything has to be very subtly communicated.
Around 100 million tires are sent to India from around the world.
The air around here smells of chemicals. It's really getting hard to breathe.
We're in Morocco, meeting the scientists using ancient grains to grow modern crops in some of the world's driest lands.
There is a heritage that we are maintaining, not just for us, but for our children.
Documentaries from the BBC World Service. To listen, search The Documentary online or wherever you get your BBC podcasts.
Coming up after the news, we find the answer to a question from one of you wonderful listeners. What's the world's most surprising source of planet-warming gases? Plus, scientists have found something surprising at high altitudes in South Africa. And I tell a story of true dedication to science. The man who climbed Everest to measure its height, not once, but twice, thanks to an earthquake. That's coming up shortly on Unexpected Elements.
BBC News with Debbie Russ. A UN-backed body has confirmed a famine in Gaza City. After 22 months of conflict and Israeli restrictions on aid deliveries, the IPC says it's expected to spread to other parts of the territory by the end of September, and 500,000 people were facing starvation. The UN aid chief said there was a famine within a few hundred meters of food because of Israel's policies. Israel said there was no famine, and the report was based on Hamas lies. There have been more strikes on Gaza City. Israel's defense minister says the country's military will destroy it unless Hamas agrees to disarm and release all the remaining hostages. UN agencies are warning that the global workforce needs better protection from extreme heat. It says workers are suffering from climate change with long-term effects on health and productivity. Police in Sri Lanka have arrested the former president, Ranil Wickremesinghe. He was taken into custody after being questioned over his alleged misuse of government funds during a trip to Britain 2 years ago. He denies any wrongdoing. The EU's foreign policy chief, Kaja Kallas, says President Putin is less likely to negotiate a peace deal after last week's summit with Donald Trump. Attacks from both sides have been continuing, with a Russian pumping station being severely damaged in a Ukrainian drone strike. Security forces in Iraqi Kurdistan are reported to have arrested 2 members of the powerful Talabani family. Tahir Sheikh Jangi and his brother Bolad were detained after several hours of clashes in which 3 security officers were killed. The Japanese city of Toyoake has called on its residents to limit their smartphone use to just 2 hours a day outside of work or school. The proposal is aimed at boosting physical and mental health as well as social connections. BBC News.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Starr, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and The Morning Show.
Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute you and welcome you to the 22nd day of August, the year 2025. And somebody say exactement. Time now, 6 minutes past the top of the hour. And this is Starr Radio UK. And I remain yours sincerely, the one and only. Ta-ta-da-ta-da.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, so good morning to you, to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Good morning to you, to Perry. Good morning to all you wonderful people who have tuned in this morning to listen to us, to Delta Hammond, my sister, and all the Hammonds. Yeah, exactly a year today. That is a Friday, August. That is the yes, that's when brother Alfred did pass on. But well, it's been. God has been gracious, let me put it that way. So wherever you all are, I salute you and I hope you are all doing very, very, very well as well. Let me say good morning to Eben, good morning to you, Cape Town, and Antonio, good morning to you all there. Good morning to Mr. KB Bosman, Vicky Newton, HRH Linda Palliot, and to our money man who will be joining us during the course of the program today, Mr. Dan Tabiri. Massive good morning to you, sir. I hope you are doing well. Mrs. Evelyn Tabiri, yeah, and the girls, good morning to you, Ajwa Abna, Asadani Shira, good morning. Hope you are all doing good as well. And to our lovely listeners who listen to us daily across the globe, especially Bishop Adesina, Anthony Adedeji, Aziz Shamsuddin, Pastor Emmanuel Chidi, good morning to you. All of you watching us live on the Koiki Media platform, Yoruba Nation platform, and United States of Biafra platforms as well. We want to salute each and every one of you. And once again, I say welcome to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is the Friday edition of the morning show where, yes, on Friday we make sure that
the coolest way to start your weekend.
Well, especially when we have a bank holiday weekend also ensuing. I mean, ooh, what do you want to do? What are you going to do? What are your plans? Let us know. Yeah, it will be wonderful to share it with our worldwide listeners. But let me say good morning also to Atakofi and Nian and Ajo, the chief of Ashaman, and all inhabitants of Ashaman who or where have been made an honorary citizen. Yes, pretty soon, visiting you pretty soon there as well. Massive good morning to you all there. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. To Mr. Olaimi Koiki, Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, Doctor, and then Professor Banja Kintoye, good morning to you, all of you who are fighting for that cause or quest. Massive good morning to you all there as well. I salute you, and once again, I welcome you to the program. Let's move on with the show. Yeah, I'm going to bring you the coach for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as global trotting. Then after which we continue and we will be looking at the details of the stories. At a 11:45, the line will be activated for you to add your voice to the discussions. Then at 12 o'clock, we'll bring the first part of the program to close. If we happen to have Mr. Dan Tabiri going to be joining in live, then the discussions will go until 12:30 when we have Mr. Tabiri joining in live. However, If not, then we'll bring you a repeat broadcast of what we have looked at in the past, and we will kick that off exactly at 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock to 12:30, we'll bring a conversation, one that will help you in your financial life. That is the money hour from 12 to 12:30. So depending on his schedule, we will let you know exactly. He's a very busy person. At times we are on 5 minutes to time, and then that shows how important it is. When he finds the time to come here as well, I want you to take whatever things that he's saying very, very important. Okay, so in the case, that's what's going to happen. But hey, what are your plans for this weekend, bank holiday weekend? Well, I can tell you shortly, it's being said that there's going to be lots of traffic on the roads because we got some of the transport companies or organizations, workers embarking on strikes and doing all stuff there. But well, you want to know more, just stay tuned and I'll bring you more from there. Now, the quote for the day says, to succeed, you need to specify what your priorities are so that you can devote your time and energy to them. Specify what your priorities are so that you can devote your time and energy to them. Okay, that is by way of the quote for the day. And then moving on straight to the weather. What is the weather going to be over the weekend? There was bank holiday weekend where what do you call it? Notting Hill Carnival also taking place. There's a lot of activities here in London, but let me tell you how the weather is going to be for you. Now, today we'll see a likely dry day with large areas of cloud around for most, and just a few sunnier breaks developing in places for a time. Tonight, little change through this evening and tonight with mainly cloudy skies and just the all clearer break in the cloud. The odd spot of drizzle can be ruled out under the thickest cloud. Now, topic temperature is going to be 22 degrees, otherwise it's going to be 15 degrees. Pollen level is going to be low. UV level is going to be moderate. Pollution is going to be low. But when it comes to the weekend weather, this is what it's going to be. This is what it's going to be for you. Tomorrow looks to stay lightly cloudy for most and dry for many. Though the odd spot of drizzle is still just about possible under the thickest cloud. Just a few sunnier breaks around. It's going to be mainly around mainly later. Now, Sunday looks to be a dry day with variable cloud and the sunny spells as well. There's more frequent later in the day, and then Monday is going to be warmer on Monday and staying dry with some in the way of sunshine about. Yeah. Well, so that is by way of the weather forecast. The temperatures tomorrow 21 degrees, Sunday 22 degrees, Monday 24 degrees, blanket sunshine there. Okay, so that is what is going to happen. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:13. Starr Radio UK. We're going to be moving on straight to the travel updates as well. So wherever you are, as I would say on the platform, keep your eyes on the road. Keep your eyes on the road. I'll give you an update. I promise I was born. So what have I got for you on the Hammersmith line? Those of you using the underground this morning here in London, the Hammersmith and City lines. Severe delays while they fix a signal failure at Barking. Tickets have been accepted on London buses. And then on the Jubilee line as well, minor delays due to an earlier power supply problem at Neasden Port. So check that out. And then Piccadilly line also having severe delays due to an earlier signal failure at Gloucester Road area. Tickets will be accepted on London buses, Elizabeth line, Weaver line, Great Northern and Southwestern Railway services, and any reasonable route. Now let's move on straight to the major roads in London. That's the A roads. Let me tell you what is happening on there as well. Now A12 is having a problem. There are moderate traffic delays on diversion with on average 5 to 8 minutes of additional travel time for buses and road users to Adelaide Green Road, Gabbins Lane, Gooshays Drive. There are also 1 to 3 minutes of additional travel time for buses and road users in North Street heading away from Romford. There may be additional delays on the westbound A13 and M11 southbound during AM and PM peak periods due to traffic seeking alternative routes. So please check it out. Now, when it comes to the North Circular A406 as well, okay, that's 8205. Let me bring. Traffic is slow moving on approach to west with northbound traffic tailing back to Putney High Street and southbound traffic queuing back onto Putney Bridge. I expect delays there as well. On the A406, now there are southbound delays on the approach to the Hanger Lane directory system back to Harrow Road. There are also northbound delays on Hanger Lane back to Medley Road. Also, there are westbound delays on that is on the UB2 Hounslow Road. Westbound delays on Western Road back to Delhi Road. Eastbound delays back to A312 Parkway. There are northbound delays on Southwall Lane. Additionally, there are southbound delays on A312 the Parkway back towards Ozzy Gavin. So please check it out. Now on A2 as well, traffic is flowing well. A206 queues are occurring on the approach to the restrictions with delays along Plumstead Road back to Barrage Road. Petman Crescent has southbound delays to Western Way. Additional delays are also being observed along Crib Road. So check it out. That's what is happening on the major roads in London. Moving on straight to the River Bus. Well, I can tell you a shortly good service there. And then going straight to the London Cable Car. I can tell you a shortly there good service there. Bringing us straight to the final segment of the travel update. As we said, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as we keep navigated our promise, our bond. So what have I got for you? Gatwick Express, Great Western Railway, Northern Rail, Southern have all offering special services. Thames Link special service there. Merseyrail is experiencing minor delays. That aside, all the others are running a good service, and that's where I will say it once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep your eyes where? On the roads. I will be back with you in a jiffy. Just stay tuned. Don't touch the dial. This is Starr Radio UK. Let's take a quick commercial break, and once we come back, I'll be taking you global trotting.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, the Friday edition of the morning show, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. It's now time for us to go. You got it? Global trotting. What is happening across the globe? Ooh, do you want to share something with us that we don't know about at all? I remember the late Mr. Malik Dramani Mahama had something that he normally wants to say. He said, well, actually there is something happening on the pavement. I said, what? He said, well, he's sharing with us what is happening on the pavement on his way to the office. Yeah. Malik, may his soul rest in perfect peace. He was a perfect gentleman then. All right then, so now let's move on to some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. But feel free to share with us what is happening in your area if maybe we've not got this. Close our hotels and let us work. Asylum seeker Mohammed from Somalia, who is living at Bell Hotel in Epping, has said, well, they say they want to work. Where are they going to work? But the most important thing is that the government want to check and make sure that none of them have got any criminal past or anything of the sort. And then they can look at integration and all that stuff. So where is government going to be, housing, somebody say homing these people? Where? In what communities? It's quite an interesting one, right? And what do you think is alternative? Crackdown on child benefit claims from abroad after 17 million saved. Whew. A Noah Clark loses libel case against the Guardian. We're telling you more about that. And Baby Foods Farm told to cut sugar and stop promoting snacks for under ones. And then 4chan will refuse to pay daily online safety fines, lawyers have said. And Karen Gillan joins the cast of Highlander reboot. We're going to be telling you more about all those things. And then travelers have been warned of bank holiday disruption. As I did say, well, the last bank holiday for the summer before we hit another record 111,000 UK asylum application in past year. Figures have been showing. We did touch on that yesterday. Famine have been confirmed in Gaza City for first time, UN-backed report says. Now, Israel says there's no famine in Gaza after the IPC reports more than 500,000 people in the strip are facing starvation, destitution, and death. Now, you're not allowed to come to the place to report about whatever is going on, but when you come out or you have somebody from there saying that this is what is happening, we'll not let you verify it, but we're going to tell you that that is not true. Are people hungry there? Do we see it there? Or is it all being, like Trump would say, fake news? Fake news. Is it fake? What do you think? Gaza City will be raised if Hamas does not agree our terms, Israel minister has said. And proposed Ukraine land concession, Putin's trap, EU top diplomat is saying there as well. Sri Lanka's former president, Ranil Wickremesinghe, has been arrested. I didn't pronounce the name well. I bet I massacred him. The World Health Organization has warned of the risk of extreme heat in the workplace. Well, with the boy talking behind the scenes with my producer and Perry, and then we're looking at what happens, what does go on when it comes to when you are sweating, how the system regulates itself, and what they're saying that risk of extreme heat in workplaces. Why? Indian top court shells plan to lock up Delhi's 1 million street dogs. Now, if they are street dogs, what are they fanning on? What are they dependent on? And people cannot take them in. So, what are we going to be killing them or what? Eric Mendes denied parole 3 decades after killing his parents. Well, why? We'll tell you more about that. Anger in Italy over non-consensual photos of women shared online. And Beijing opposes bully US for 50% tariff on India. And then former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin acquitted in royal insult case. Yeah, man, that's a good one there. At least 18 people have been killed and dozens injured in separate Colombian attacks. It's been going on there, Colombia and Mexico and all those big. Lil Nas X arrested and taken to hospital after wandering LA streets in underwear. What was happening to him? Was he okay up there and was doing that and was taken in, or was he losing a bit of the marbles there? Okay, so making the rounds this morning. The Shatter cases seem to be making lots of rounds there, still on the African front. But we're going to be bringing you more. Oh, that is making their rounds there. Brazilian police says ex-president Bolsonaro had planned to flee to Argentina seeking asylum. But information coming through said that federal police said messages found on the telephone of former President Jair Bolsonaro showed he once wanted to flee Argentina and required political asylum, according to documents seen by Associated Press. We want to tell you more. You want to know more? We're going to bring you more from there as well. In other stories making the rounds on the African continent, Kabila faces $24 billion claim in DR Congo treason trial. $24 billion? He might be a billionaire, isn't he? Is it 24 billion DR Congo dollars or proper US dollars? Okay. Well, they're all doing it, right? Okay. We'll talk more about that in a moment. DR Congo ex-advisor Francois Beya acquitted of assassination plot. That's a good one there. He will celebrate it good. And then French judges dismissed genocide case against Habyarimana's widow. Okay. Lots more going to be coming your way from there. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, attempts to incite health workers against government unfortunate Akando to critics, and attacks on health professionals unacceptable. Regardless, Akandos condemned the rage incident that took place, and the concerned nurses slammed GRNMA secretary over personal attacks on Akando. Well, so those and a lot more coming your way from there. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In Nigeria as well, surging killings across Nigeria due to 2027 polls. Defense Chief Musa is saying, really interesting, right? Okay. Still on Nigeria, fresh facts emerge as NCAA meets a Manson Ibom air cabin crew in Lagos, and Nigeria returning home. Nigeria is returning home. Support development. Tinubu tells compatriots in Japan. There are some of the stories making the rounds there as well. Still from Ghana, Lamborghini Saga Shatawale defense is extremely weak. Amanda Clinton is saying. Clearing goods at the port not affected by Ghana card dispute. GRA board is saying as well, and Tema Ports goes 24/7 as importers can now clear goods even at 2 a.m. Ooh. Okay, let's see what security have been put in place to make sure that when you go clear your goods at 2 a.m. you don't have any problem coming your way from there. Oh well, another musician has come into the fray saying that, well, Shatawale isn't the only one. More artists will be arrested by Iyoko. That's what Black Rasta is saying. Mahama should not ignore Mane's warning about presidential jet or his ghost will hunt him. Boateng Ajiman has also gone on to say the future of learning is the higher education landscape shifting. Want to know more? Gotta stay tuned. Go Starr Radio UK. But rest assured of one thing for sure, I'm gonna bring that your way. Thank you very much for tuning in this morning to listen to us. We're gonna take a commercial break. We come back. Now we'll be bringing you all the details of the stories making the rounds this morning at exactly 11:28. And as I said, if you're fortunate to have information from Mr. Dan Tabiri, he's going to be joining us live. Then at 12:30, he's going to be joining us live. If not, then at 12 o'clock, we'll be bringing a repeat of some of the discussions that we've had. So just keep your dials logged on and keep fingers crossed, because you know what? When he comes on, what does he do? He puts money in your pocket. Let's take a commercial break and I'll be with you. Stay tuned. Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Oh, there is fire on the mountain. Yeah. Okay, so let us bring you all the stories that is making the rounds this morning on the bank holiday weekend. Well, here in the UK, the big one, the final one before the summer ends, right? And there's going to be the carnival as well. Are you going to be there? Are you going to be there? Have you been there before? What's your experience? Well, it's quite an interesting one. I went once and I decided, no way and no more. I couldn't stand the number of people who were thrown in there, about 1 million people pushing and shoving and all that, and those what nah. So Notting Hill Carnival is going to be taking place on Sunday and Monday respectively. Sunday for the kids and then Monday for the adults one. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be looking forward to seeing you maybe on BBC. Well, because BBC normally covers that, or some of the TV coverage that does so. So wherever you are, hope that you have got something planned. However, let's kick off from here. Well, so I know some people are traveling the length and breadth of the country, and those who want to fly out of the country for the weekend. My neighbors, they did travel. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? So they got in, so they are out of the country. Now, millions of people in the UK face travel disruption this bank holiday weekend, contending with busy roads, a rail strike, and engineering works. There is likely to be significant disruption on the rail network on cross-country routes from Aberdeen to Cornwall because of a strike by the RMT union over pay, safety, and staffing. The RSC has also warned roads will be busy on Friday with 3 million getaway journeys planned, and particularly heavy traffic on the M5 between Bristol and Devon. The weather is looking to be mostly dry across the 3-day weekend, with large crowds expected at festivals being held across the country. Now, crowds are expected at events including London Notting Hill Carnival, the Reading and Leeds festivals, the Emerge Festival in Belfast, Edinburgh Fringe closing weekend, and Creamfields Festival in Cheshire, and the Women's Rugby World Cup openings. Now, Monday is a bank holiday in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, making this the last long weekend before Christmas for those regions. So, now if you're embarking on a journey, what are the plans? As I've said, and if you have to travel on any of the routes that we talked about, you better leave on time. If you have to use the rails, please check before you leave so you don't miss. And if you have to, you know that you're going to be driving instead, then you can plan your journey better. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, now still on. The government is planning a crackdown on people who continue to claim child benefits after leaving the UK in a move it expects to save 350 million over the next 5 years. Claimants who are outside the UK for more than 8 weeks will generally not be eligible for the benefits unless there are exceptional circumstances. A new specialist team will use travel data to track if claimants have gone abroad and are no longer entitled to payments. It follows a pilot which stopped child benefits being incorrectly paid to 2,600 people who had left the UK. A team of 15 investigators stopped around £17 million being incorrectly paid out in less than 12 months. Now, from next month, more than 200 people will be working on the team. The government hopes the move will also raise awareness of the rules to avoid people continuing to claim the benefits by mistake when they are abroad for an extended period. Now, child benefit is one of the most widely accessed forms of benefits in the UK, paid to more than 6.9 million families. It is understood that the government is now planning to look at other benefits that people are claiming overseas to see if more money can be clawed back. Overall, benefits fraud has increased since the pandemic, although levels have started to drop in recent years with renewed efforts by government to tackle the issue. There was an estimated £6.5 billion in benefits overpayment due to fraud in 2024 and 2025, according to figures from the Department for just bear with me, from the department, okay. Just bear with me. Okay, from the Department for Works and Pensions, equivalent to 2.2% of all benefit expenditure. Now, rates of overpayments tend to be higher for means-tested benefits like universal credit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And let's move on. So what do you think? A few times when people are taking their kids, so you go overseas, maybe for holidays or whatever, you go, and the information now is that if you go beyond 2 weeks, then that child benefit, the third one, the child cannot take the. But they are saying that for special circumstances, no, more than 8 weeks, my apologies, for more than 8 weeks, because some will say when we are going on holidays, then what? For more than 8 weeks, then you forfeit that. So if you have been paid, or you've managed to claim that, or you've been paid that, please check it out, because they're going to be coming after you pretty soon. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:38 the time. And let me say good morning to Pastor Joyce Lawson. Bravo, hope you are doing very, very well there as well. Now, the banter between government housing migrants, asylum seekers, my apologies for lack of words, asylum seekers in hotels have been brought to the forefront of the banner, and we have the Epping situation where a court has ruled for an injunction on running or using the facility to do so. Now the question here now is, what do we do with them? What can government do? But some people are thinking that, oh yeah, we came into work, so just take us out, let us out and let's go and work. But that is not why government is keeping. But government wants to make sure that the person who has come in, who is he? What has he done in the past? And how that such things, right? An asylum seeker who had been living at the Bell Hotel in Epping for 4 months said, "Now let them close all the hotels and let's get people work." Mohammed from Somalia said a camp or regular housing would be better, and he and other asylum seekers wanted to support themselves by working. Around 140 migrants at the Bell Hotel will have to be moved to alternative accommodation by 12th of September after the High Court granted a temporary injunction preventing asylum seekers staying there. Now, Border Security Minister Dame Angela Eagle said work continues to close all asylum hotels by the end of this parliament. Mohammed, who is in his 40s, is waiting for a decision on whether he can remain in the UK or not. He said some migrants are fighting each other in a hotel. So if you cannot work and you don't have enough social things to do, it is difficult. He said they are not allowed to work. They stay for long time. The issue once again is the information getting to those who are at the other side trying to cross the channel to come in with the boats. Are they getting the information that, it's all not rosy here, and that you come and you just be locked up in a place where you cannot do anything, you move about and then with nothing? But again, what is the alternative? Others were talking of the fact that they should use all military bases and stuff like that to keep them there, and others are also of the view that, well, government can see to the construction of makeshift accommodations, which back in the day during the COVID time, government sought it, and some of them were put up within 72 hours plus, and they were, so they could use things like that rather than government paying hotels or 4-star hotels being used for such purpose. The question is, when the hotels are there, during the COVID time, something happened, and the hotels were, those in the hospitality industry were actually suffering big time. And it came to a situation where government had to, some of the taxes that they have to, government had to, corporate taxes and stuff like that. And we know that government wouldn't have been making money from that point, because government makes money from the hospitality industry and blah, blah, blah. And then some were still struggling because people were not traveling the way they were traveling by then. And that situation came when government approaches some of these hotels to say, you know what, you can accommodate some of these people and have a constant money. So let's assume that this hotel have been used by the Home Office for a couple of years. Do you know how much money, a constant flow of money, this company or this hotel has made out of that? And if they were not doing that, do you think they would have made those monies? No. So there is an issue. How do we balance it? How do we do it such that everybody benefits from it, or things work out smoothly rather than the way it has been? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, 11:42 the time, the morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Exactly at 11:45 will be there's the next 3 minutes. We'll be opening the line so that you can add your voice to the discussion. But wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. Let's move on. Is there famine in Gaza? Or is it fake? Is there enough food going in? Have they stockpiled any food? And if they have, how long has that been? And wouldn't it have been consumed by now? The inhabitants or the Gazans or the Palestinians there, are they being allowed to go to their farms to go and till their land, and let's say maybe they make something out of that? So, if the answer is no, then if somebody says there's famine there, why do we doubt it? Okay. Now, Gaza City and its surrounding area is now experiencing famine. A UN-backed body of food security experts have confirmed the integrated food security phase classification, which is used by government and international bodies to identify hunger levels around the world, has raised its classification to phase 5. Let's see. Okay. Mr. Tabiri will not be live, so we'll just go on. We'll try to see whether we can bring you a repeat broadcast there. Okay. The Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, IPC, which is used by government and international bodies to identify hunger levels around the world, has raised its classification to phase 5, the highest, most severe. It says that over 500,000 people across Gaza Strip are facing catastrophic conditions characterized by starvation, destitution, and death. Israel said the IPC report was based on Hamas lies. It continues to restrict the amount of aid entering Gaza and has previously denied there is starvation in the territory. Now, this denial is in direct contradiction to what more than 100 humanitarian groups, witnesses on the ground, and multiple UN bodies have said. The IPC report describes the famine as entirely man-made and says that an immediate at-scale response is needed or there will be an unacceptable escalation in famine-related deaths. Now, it says that this is the most severe deterioration since it started analyzing acute food insecurity and malnutrition in Gaza, and marks the first time a famine has been officially confirmed in the Middle East. The IPC predicts that between mid-August and the end of September, famine will expand across the Strip to Del Al-Bala and Khan Yunis. Now, during this period, almost a third of the population, nearly 641,000 people, are expected to face catastrophic conditions in IPC Phase 5, while the number of people in IPC Phase 4 will likely increase to 1.14 million. IPC cannot officially declare famine. That is usually done by governments or the United Nations. So can it be declared there? They are saying that whatever images that we seem to see are all being orchestrated by Hamas, who is trying to just win what they call it, a propaganda warfare there, so that people will sympathize with them. But they are of the view that is not it at all. Ladies and gentlemen, 11:46. Let me open the lines. You can add your voice to the discussions wherever you might be. This is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, Israel's military says it has warned medical officials and international organizations to prepare for the planned evacuation of Gaza City 1 million residents ahead of an offensive to occupy it. The officials were told that adjustments were being made to hospitals in southern Gaza to receive patients. As it been said, the Gaza Hamas-run health ministry rejected any step that will undermine what remains of the health system. The UN and aid groups have also vowed to stay to help those who cannot choose not to move. Now, meanwhile, Palestinians said there had been heavy bombardment in the eastern areas of the city a day after the military said it had taken the first steps in the offensive. Now, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is meeting security officials on Thursday to approve the military takeover plans despite widespread international and domestic opposition. He announced Israel's intention to conquer the entire Gaza Strip after indirect talks with Hamas on a ceasefire and hostage release deal broke down last month. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:48. Let's take a quick break. We come back and we continue with the show. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodoma, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, so bringing you some of the stories making the rounds across other parts of the world at 8 minutes to the top of the hour, finding how we can bring you a replay broadcast there. However, let's go on. A Bangkok court has acquitted controversial billionaire and former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, who was accused of insulting the monarchy. The charge related to an interview he gave to a South Korean newspaper 10 years ago. He would have faced up to 15 years in jail if convicted. Thailand's less majestic law forbids insulting its monarchy, but critics say it is often used to target activists and political opponents. The verdict came as Thaksin's daughter suspended Prime Minister Suspended Prime Minister Potong Tang faces a constitutional court decision on whether or not she will be removed from office. Now, these cases pose a threat to the Shinawatra clan, which has been a dominant force in Thai politics for decades. Now, Friday's verdict has brought some relief to the family and their supporters. Winyat Chamontri, a lawyer acting for Thaksin, said told reporters that often the verdict was read out in court. His client had smiled and thanked his lawyers. He had also said he was now able to work for the country's benefits. The charge against Thaksin was originally filed under the then military government in 2016 when he was in exile, and reactivated last year after he returned to Thailand. At first glance, the case against him seemed weak. In the South Korean newspaper interview, the former prime minister said he believed the 2014 military coup, which deposed the elected government of his sister Yingluck, just as he had been deposed by a previous coup in 2006, had been instigated by some people in the palace. and members of the Privy Council, the 19-member body which advises the Thai king. Now, technically, the Privy Council is not covered by the Lèse Majestés law, which states that it is an offense to defame only the king, queen, heir to the throne, or anyone acting as regent. However, in recent years, the law has been invoked to criminalize any action or statement which might reflect negatively on the monarchy as an institution. In the past, people have been prosecuted by making unfavorable comments about the king, Bhumibol's dog, and about Thai's king from the 16th century. Now, more recently, a young woman was sentenced to 5 years in prison for placing a banner criticizing the budget to help those affected by COVID close to a portrait of King Vajiralongkorn. The interpretation of the law has become so broad that human rights groups view it as political tool, which can be used to intimidate and silence those who challenge the status quo. So, who dare you to say, well, within that, because the king is the head of the country, right? The politicians are there to be, mining or taking instructions from the king. So if they say, well, they didn't do blah blah blah, oh, Charlie, you are insulting the king. Woo! That's great, isn't it? But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on. We're trying to just capture all the stories making the rounds in other parts of the world as well. In another country, well, Sri Lanka's former president Ranil Wickremesinghe has been arrested in connection with alleged misuse of funds, police have said. The charge relates to trips he took abroad while serving as president. He arrived at Magistrates Court in the capital Colombo on Friday, having already given a statement to the Criminal Investigation Department earlier in the day. Wickremesinghe served as president from 2022 to 2024, stepping into the role after the country's worst ever economic crisis triggered a popular uprising, caused his predecessor Gotabaya Rajapaksa to flee. He was widely credited with helping put the island nation back on the road to economic recovery. Wickremesinghe also served 6 separate terms as prime minister from 1990s onward. According to Sinhala, the 76-year-old made 23 foreign trips during his time as president at the cost of more than $600 million or $2 million or 1.4 million pounds. Now, Friday's arrest relates to a stopover made in the UK in 2023 on Wickremesinghe's way back from a G7 summit in Cuba, a G77 summit in Cuba, news agency AP report. On that occasion, he and his wife had attended a University of Wolverhampton ceremony. Sri Lanka CID alleged this was a private visit for which state funds were used, something Wickremesinghe has denied. The investigation was initially referred to a court in June. Wickremesinghe, who is the first former president to be arrested in Sri Lanka, had been a feature of the island nation's politics since he was first elected as an MP in 1977. A lawyer by profession, he comes from an affluent family of politicians and businessmen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. At 2 minutes to the top of the hour at a time, but feel free to share your take with us. Well, last week Friday, by the time we were anticipating the summit that was going to be held between Donald Trump and Putin, it came to pass. Then on the Monday, we had the Zelensky and other European leaders also meeting Trump in Washington. So, what has happened after that? A top diplomat of the European Union has warned against pushing Ukraine to give up territories to Russia as part of a future peace deal. Now, speaking in his first interview since EU leaders joined Donald Trump's White House peace talks with Ukraine, Kaja Kallas said that letting Russia keep Ukrainian territories was a trap that Putin wants us to walk into. The Donbas region in eastern Ukraine has long been contested by Russia, with military aggression forcing 1.5 million Ukrainians to flee over the past decade. Now, Ukraine has consistently rejected conceding Donbas to the Kremlin in exchange for peace, though Trump stressed the need for swapping of territories. Now, Callas, who has been placed on the Kremlin's wanted list, also spoke at length about credible and robust security guarantees for Ukraine. She admitted that there were not many concrete steps for deterring force at this stage in negotiations. The strongest security guarantee is a strong Ukraine army, she said, outlining the importance of establishing guarantees that were not just on paper. She said it was up to member states of the coalition of the willing to determine exactly what they could contribute, and that it was not yet clear in what capacity those forces would operate. Now, leaders from key EU countries, including France, Germany, Italy, and Finland, joined Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky for talks at the White House last week. Days after Trump hosted Russian President Vladimir Putin in a military base in Alaska. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Starr Radio UK, and it's your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at a minute after 12, and it is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station, the Friday edition of the morning show. Let's go to the US. Much of U.S. President Donald Trump's controversial alligator Alcatraz migrant detention center in Florida must be dismantled. No more migrants should be taken there, a judge has ruled. The ruling stated that the facility was causing severe environmental damage to the Florida Everglades, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and gave the Trump administration 60 days to wind down its operation. The judge used a preliminary injunction which temporarily restricts operation at the facility while a lawsuit brought by environmental groups against it is heard. The state of Florida, which is partnering with the Trump administration in the building of the site, has already filed an appeal. The 82-page ruling said no more detainees could be brought to the center, and it's prohibited any new construction work or expansion at the site. The decision is a major blow to Trump's plan for the center, which has attracted widespread criticism for allegedly harsh conditions and potential harm to local ecosystem. In Texas ruling, District Court Judge Kathleen Williams, an appointee of the former President Barack Obama, said the facility was causing irreparable harm to the Florida Everglades and its endangered species. Now, she also ordered the shutdown of all generators, gas, sewage, and other waste receptors, which will greatly affect the center's ability to operate. Now, Judge Williams cited a 1960s plan to build a tourist airport in the Everglades that was rejected due to fears of the environmental harm it could cause. Now, since that time, every Florida governor, every Florida senator, and countless local and national political figures, including presidents, have publicly pledged their unequivocal support for the restoration, conservation, and protection of the Everglades, she wrote. Now, this order does nothing more than uphold the basic requirement of legislation designed to fulfill those promises. Environmental groups that mounted a legal challenge welcomed the ruling. This is a landmark victory for the Everglades and countless Americans who believe this imperiled wilderness should be protected, not exploited, said Eve Samples, Executive Director of Friends of the Everglades. But appeal has been launched already, and what do we think is going to happen from there? Now, what I see Trump doing is that trying to make life unreasonable, unfavorable conditions so that people will not think of coming to that part of the world illegally. Okay? All right. So, how does it all pan out? There are those who are advocating for their countries or their leaders to make sure that they make their country is uninhabitable so that people do not cross over to that place. But if you take what is happening in Brazil, okay, where because of Bolsonaro, a former president, and his behavior, and the fact that the current president has decided to sanction him and everything that is going on, and eventually trying to put him on trial or restricting his movement and stuff like that, he said that the president is my friend and therefore I'm going to place sanctions on you. So that sanctions will have an effect. So let's say, I don't know the population of Brazil. I could just check it. My producer is doing something else, but and tell you. So let's say about 1 million of them decide that, well, things are tough for us and therefore we have to migrate to the US. Don't you think they've caused people to be in desperate situation? Of course, they've caused life to be desperate that the people think they need to move on to find life elsewhere. So normally we don't want to look at the push factors. At times we just want to look at the pull factors. But if you want to be up there, you want to be able to break everything down, then I think it's about time that we look at both factors, both sides. What are the pull and what are the push? And what can be done about that? And once we're able to resolve that, and I can tell you for sure that it will help a great deal. So people know that, look, the country that I'm living in is a good place. I can do everything that I want to do. I can educate myself. I can get a good job. I can get a good pay. I can get my children or my family to grow up well. They can be educated. They don't need to go anywhere. Who want to travel to a strange place where you don't know anybody and then you become a slave? Somebody who is, let me put it for lack of words, a royal, or somebody who is celebrated in your community, now going to a place to become a non-entity now, and then being put on or whatever and taking on menial jobs. Who really want to do that? If they got things in place that will help them live comfortably wherever they are. That's the question. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's see whether we can bring you some more stories from there. An appeal court has thrown out the $500 million penalty that President Donald Trump was ordered to pay in a New York civil fraud trial last year. Now, Judge Arthur and Goran had ordered Trump to pay the fee for massively inflating the value of the Trump Organization properties in order to secure favorable loans. In the lengthy ruling released on Thursday, judges on the New York Supreme Court Appellate Division stated that while Trump was liable for the fraud, the fine of nearly $500 million was excessive and probably violated constitutional protection against severe punishment. In the case, Judge El Goran had ordered Trump to pay $355 million, but with interest that grew to more than $500 million. So now, while harm certainly occurred, it was not the cataclysmic harm that can justify a nearly $500 million award to the state, wrote Judge Peter Morton. In a post on his social media site Truth Social, Trump claimed the decision was a total victory. I greatly respect the fact that the court had the courage to throw out the unlawful and disgraceful decision that was hurting business all throughout New York State. He said it was a political witch hunt, in a business sense, the likes of which no one has ever seen before. The New York State Attorney General's office, which brought the case against Trump, also framed the decision as a win, as it upheld Trump's fraud liability, and the judges did not throw out other penalties that were not financial. The office plans to appeal against the decision on the fine to state highest court, the Court of Appeals. In a statement, the Attorney General's office said that judges affirmed the well-supported finding of the trial court. Donald Trump, his company, and 2 of his children are liable for fraud. It should not be lost to history Yet another court has ruled that the president violated the law and that our case has merit, it also said. So it's not that they're saying that he didn't do what he is alleged to have done. They're saying, yes, you did it, but we think that whatever you were being surcharged for that was over the top. So what did they say that he has to pay now? So you don't want him to pay 500 million. So maybe you say, oh, you have to pay 50 million. Or so you are guilty, but they are looking at, I mean, showing a bit of mercy there, that we won't let you pay or everything like that, what they are charging you, but you are guilty. All right then. It's quite an interesting one, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK at 10 minutes past 12 the time, the morning show, the program. Let's take a quick break. We come back. I take you to Africa, where it's all unraveling there as well. Stay tuned. Don't touch the dial. Starr Radio UK. Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11 minutes past 12 the time. I've got another, call it 90 minutes to bring the whole program to a close because as I just announced earlier on, we're not going to be having Mr. Dan Tabiri, but because we are running behind time with lots of stories that we have to bring your way, just stay with us and don't touch the dial. Civil parties in the treason trial of the former president of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, are demanding tens of billions of dollars in reparations. They say this is in compensation for the violence they have experienced at the hands of rebels in the mineral-rich east of the country. The charges against Joseph Kabila include murder, rape, torture linked to his alleged support for Rwandan-backed M23 rebels who control a large swath of the region. The Kabila successor, President Felix Tshisekedi, has accused him of being the brain behind the group. At a military court in Kinshasa, lawyers for the civil party said they are seeking nearly $25 billion in reparations. They have also described Kabila as a Rwandan citizen and are demanding he be convicted of espionage instead. Now, meanwhile, the eastern province of South Kivu, Ituri, and North Kivu are demanding an additional $21 billion and the seizure of the former president's bank assets. Now, following 2 years of self-imposed exile in South Africa, Kabila returned to Goma in May after the city was captured by the Rwandans backed group, but is being tried in absentia. He denies being the brain behind the rebels or one of the initiators of the Congo River Alliance, the AFC, the wider rebel grouping which includes the M23 and other militias. Now, Kabila has rejected the case, describing it as arbitrary, and said the courts were being used as an instrument of oppression. Now, while former presidents serve as senators for life and enjoy lifetime immunity, Kabila was stripped of this protection in May to allow his prosecution. That means Attorney General is expected to present his closing arguments on the case on Friday. So let's see what happens. What can be done to him? Can they go in there, all gun blazing, to arrest him? Can that be possible? This is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Still on the African front. Well, victory for someone there. A military court has acquitted the former special advisor to the DR Congo President Felix Tshisekedi. Arrested in 2022, Francois Beya was charged with conspiring to kill the head of state. He was accused of violating orders and inciting soldiers into dereliction of duty. Beya began his career under the regime of Mobutu Sese Seko and rose through the ranks under Joseph Kabila. When President Tshisekedi took office in 2019, Beya was appointed Special Security Advisor and gained immense power over intelligence and defense matters. But his position is also around animosity within the presidential entourage. At the end of his 3-year closed-door trial, judges found that the prosecution's case was based on juxtapositioning of isolated facts taken out of context, and that Beya was the victim of a plot and not an instigator. The prosecution argued that Beya had participated in the plot to assassinate the president, relying on audio recordings of a conversation with his colleagues and on testimony reporting his criticism of the head of state. However, the judges rejected all these elements, considering them inconclusive. Well, so good luck to him. Good luck to him. He's been around. And well, if it's not done the wrong, he shouldn't face anything of the sort. Sure. This is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now let's come to West Africa. As West Africa countries continues to be flooded by unregulated sexual stimulants, there are growing concerns about health risks faced by men who use them. A New York Times report has found that products claiming to be 100 natural herbal remedies to improve virility are resulting in serious consequences. These artisanal drugs are leaving men drooling uncontrollably, suffering from migraines and life-threatening erections, and facing a higher risk of heart attacks. Now, public health officials in Ivory Coast found that so-called sexual stimulants like the beverage Atoti contains drug commonly known as Viagra, but at levels 8 times higher than their recommended dose. Now, the pills are manufactured in India and smuggled into the country, where they are crushed and mixed with other ingredients to form a drink which is sold at $1.50 domestically. Now, available on Amazon and even Walmart, it is sold for $15 in France and $20 in the United States, where they are advertised as 100% natural, though the ingredients are not listed on the bottle. The United Nations says up to half of the drugs in West Africa are unregulated and resulting in an estimated 500,000 deaths a year, with sexual stimulants like Atoti the most frequently reported. The Ivory Coast suspended its production a few months ago, citing misleading advertising and health risks, including deaths. Demand remains high. But interestingly, let me talk as a man. You get yourself up there, erecting, whatever. Now, how long do you think your woman wants you to continue that way? Unless she's also high on something, Or somebody say, you are an old man. But interestingly, I don't get it. Because, well, that shows that they are men, right? Okay. Then you better go to the pharmacist and go and get yourself Viagra Connect or something of the sort that is properly regulated. And at least, if you take it, we know that, well, you can be, you are safe in that way. But well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In Nigeria, let's touch on this one quickly. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has linked the recent surges in killings across the country to political activities ahead of the 2027 general election. Really? Speaking on a TV program yesterday, Musa noted that the renewed wave of insecurity, particularly in the northeast and northwest, cannot be divorced from heightened political activities. Last year, we recorded the lowest number of deaths. Now, how come this year suddenly everything has spiked? He asks. Politics is coming. The election is coming. You cannot rule out that fact. Some people are controlling these criminals to ensure there is no peace, and governance is discredited. But the funny thing is, how do you kill the people you want to govern? And who is doing that? Interesting? Now, there's an account adage that says that if you can't carry your burden, the load that you have to carry on your head, you blame the buffer cloth that you put in between your head and that. So it's not sitting well. It's too hard. It is pinching me, and that is why. So he's not doing diligence to what he's supposed to do. You are supposed to be telling us whether it is politically motivated, whatever it is, that we are controlling this. But since the president, the new president came into power, I cannot call him the new, Tinubu came into power, we've seen the ascendance or killings or the rise of killings going on in that part of the world. We've said it several times, and we've been talking about that. So how do you now lay the blame at the feet of maybe opposition, saying that they want to paint the government in a bad image so that the people can vote for them, and therefore asking the question, so if you want to rule the people, why do you want to kill them? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. He said he welcomed President Bola Tinubu's approval of Defense Industrial Bill, which he said will enable Nigeria to manufacture its own military hardware in collaboration with original equipment manufacturers, so that they can have lots of it to go around to what? Fight the menace? Really? Wow. It is all Starr Radio UK. Now let's move on to Ghana. So it's the Ghana, my happy home, my happy home. All right then. Now, head porter jailed 2 years for damaging Obichebi Lamte interchange. It's quite an interesting one. We have people go around and destroying public property. The Nansuman Circuit Court has sentenced a 48-year-old head porter, which we call Kaya Ye, or Kaya Nu, Yao Asare, to 2 years in prison for vandalizing road infrastructure at the newly built Obichebi Lamte interchange in Accra. Asare was arrested on June 9, 2025, after damaging parapet beams and other fittings on the interchange. He was later convicted of causing unlawful damage under Section 172 of the Criminal Offences Act 29. In a statement issued on Friday, the Ministry of Roads and Highways confirmed the sentencing and expressed concerns about the growing destruction of public road facilities, including frequent cases of vandalism and crashes involving traffic lights. A portion of the statement noted the Dansuman Circuit Court had recently sentenced Yao Asare, a 48-year-old head porter, to 2 years imprisonment at Nsanwim following his conviction for causing unlawful damage, contrary to Section 172 of the Criminal Offences Act. The ministry reminded the public that tampering with road infrastructure is a criminal act, and assured that it is working with the Ghana Police Service to ensure perpetrators face the laws. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, getting to the tail end of the program. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Okay, let me see whether I can get you another story from Ghana as we go on. Former New Patriotic Party New Jabin North Constituency Chairman Kwejo Boateng Ajima has stated that the late Defense Minister Dr. Edward Mani Boama warned President John Dramani Mahama about the state of Ghana's presidential jet before his untimely death. Now, speaking during a discussion on a radio station, a TV station yesterday, now Boateng Ajima, who described himself as a cousin of the late minister, recounted conversation allegedly held between Omane Boama and the president concerning the safety of the jet. I will never join the conversation about buying a new private jet. Look at what has happened regarding the crash. My family member was involved. I don't want to make it emotional, but the truth is, they refused to service the aircraft because of what they had said, he stated. According to him, Dr. Mani Boama had categorically refused to board the presidential jet, describing it as unsafe. The report from Mani Boama to the president was clear. He told him point blank that the jet Okujatua blocker was making noise about when former President Akufo-Addo was using it was not safe. He said if Mahama sits in it, he Omane Boama will not, because the jet was a coffin. Boateng Ajima alleged the former MPP chairman Feda dared Mahama to deny the claims. If President Mahama says my cousin never warned him, he should come out and deny it. But if he does, my brother's ghost will haunt him forever. The truth is that the jet that crashed was due for servicing, which was going to cost the nation 12 million euros, he added. The tragic crash of the Z9 helicopters belonging to Ghana Armed Forces claimed the lives of several high-profile government officials. Among the victims were Dr. Mani Boama and others who were laid to rest last Friday, a week ago. But ladies and gentlemen, this is what has happened when it came to the stories that is making the rounds across the globe this morning. What is your plan for the weekend? What is your plan for the weekend? Well, if you are clearing goods in Tema Harbour in Ghana, Tema Port has officially become a 24-hour operation, allowing importers to clear their goods even at 2 a.m. according to Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Antonio Kwesi Sapong. Speaking, he said the GRA, working with the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority and other state agencies, had fully embraced President John Dramani Mahama's flagship 24-hour economy program at the port. So the 24-hour plus is one of the key flagship programs that President John Dramani Mahama has launched, and it's a program that is targeted as industrialization, job creation, wealth creation, and ultimately domestic tax revenue. At GRA, we see ourselves as a key constituent and partner in terms of the success this program. So at the port, together working with the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority and other stakeholders, we have already embraced the 24-hour economy. He explained that although customs had been operating around the clock even before the official launch, the challenge had always been with other institutions that had to be present during clearance. So now he is of the view that, look, everything has been done. For example, when somebody is bringing goods, you need a standard board to be there. You need the Food and Drug Authority to be there. You need the EPA to be there. Not all these institutions were 24-hour ready, but we work with them and we've positioned them such that all of these institutions are being hooked and automated into our customs icon platforms, so that way all government institutions are then having access to the port operation under 24-hour. Mr. Sapon noted that the vision of a single window operation at the port was now closer to reality. We've always said that we want to have what we call the single window. That really means that all of us are working at one window at the same time. So what we've done with the present vision is to ensure that agencies that were not within the one window, we brought them on board so that we can fully implement the 24-hour at the port. So as we speak today, the 24-hour program is in earnest, working at Tema Port, and we say kudos and well done there. The other bit is when those goods or those containers are being moved out of the port. Security in the night. Do we have them in place? Maybe we have to get some more security agencies, or yes, to rise and then make sure that they can also offer their services there. And it's make it more 24-hour than a 24-hour, right? Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Starr Radio UK, and this has been your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. God willing, Tuesday we'll be back. We're not here on Monday because it's a bank holiday. Woohoo! So we're going to be doing something. What are we going to be doing? Not sure. But whatever it is, I want to thank God, and we'll see you all on Tuesday, God willing. But have a lovely weekend. And Sunday we'll bring you a live chat broadcast. Yes, from Bible Life Family Ministries. Yes, there. Until then, it's been a pleasure coming your way. It's been me, your one and only Archie, saying have a top of the day and God bless you. We're taking a commercial break, and after that, if you don't hear from me, it's been me, Archie, saying I'm out like that. Bye. Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Thanks.